not a movie that's going to be for everybody. It's sort of a throwback to the kind of movies that I was watching when I was falling in love with independent cinema. It's a very simple crime drama that perhaps feels more like a movie from the 70s or 90s, I suppose. Less so the 80s for some reason. So yeah, it's all about the characters, and it's a slow burn, and it's a moody character piece rather than a big commercial thing. So yeah, you know, I have been pretty happy with the response largely. And in Australia, I'm not exactly sure, but I believe it's going to be, they're staggering the release all over the world. So it's coming out later, last quarter of this year, I believe it'll be out in Australia.
Hands up. Do like I tell you now.
You are everything to me.
Wish I could just get out of here.
I've got money, just sitting there in Daddy's safe.
It's like, you know, there's Jaws, there's Black Panther, and then there's Hounds of Love. How does, I think that's how it goes, right?
Oh, well, I'll take that if you're willing to give it to me. Thank you.
You lied to me. Do you know what this means?
So Emma, I call Emma my work wife. She's one of my best friends. We met each other in, I think it was 1996, when we were cast opposite each other in a TV commercial. And then we were cast opposite each other again in a TV miniseries in 2002. Oh, wow. And we've been like best friends ever since. And so, you know, I've done 3 movies, and Emma has been in all of them. I think so. I think I prefer high stakes character drama. And so, you know, by high stakes, I mean situations that are probably a little bit larger than kitchen sink.
Get the hell out of my county, or I will nail your ass to the cross.
Why I'm kind of drawn to crime, and I am drawn to life or death, but I'm more drawn into what makes the people who get involved in these kind of situations tick than I am in the situations themselves, if that makes any sense. Yeah, that was just an offer that came to me after I'd done Hounds of Love, and I really liked the producers, and I obviously wanted the opportunity to make an American movie, and it was such a significant step up from Hounds of Love in regards to budget that I wanted to sort of push my limits, push the limits of what I'd done previously. I think AI is a tool, and I don't think that we should rule it out. But again, like everybody, you know, I don't like the idea of it replacing people, because people need to have jobs and they need to work. So yeah, it's such a new area that I don't really know how to feel about it. But, you know, I'm already guilty of using it because AI, you can generate such fantastic storyboards now and such fantastic designs on it that, I mean, we're saying that that's okay, but that's putting storyboard artists and designers out of work. But then we're saying it's not okay to put actors out of work. And so it's just, and you know, filmmaking requires so many specialist roles. They're not jobs that you can just sort of step into. Kind of everybody who works at the top of their game in film or television has really been doing an apprenticeship their whole life to get to where they were. I mean, it's sort of interesting. No one had ever heard of me until I made Hounds of Love, but I had been directing for 20 years before that, just doing things that no one cared about. And it's often like that when people break into any head of department in this game. You think they're a new face, but they've actually been doing it for 10 or 20 years, just not on projects that people were hearing about, if that makes sense. So we use a lot of West Australians, but not a lot of people from Derby, unfortunately. There were some, absolutely were some, you know, day players and things like that, but no one working full-time on the show, as far as I knew, who was a local from Derby.
Great. Well, you must have brought some sort of, you know, money into the area. So I think it's great.
Oh, it would have been great. But it would have been great for the area. The local spend would have been absolutely fantastic. And that's one of the great things about being, you know, being in Western Australia. Screen West is a big supporter of regional projects, which is great, because anytime a film crew turns up into a rural town, a lot of money is going to be put over the bar, if nothing else. So